This portion is brought to you by Mercury Drug, nakasisiguro gamot ay laging bago.
Ngayong umaga sa mas kinaastig na Generation RX Plus, sports injuries. Paano nga ba natin ito may iwasan? Alamin natin sa Ask the Experts. Secrets revealed from the 18-year-old swimming medalist, Jessie Lacuna sa Secrets of Your Sports Hero. Know the real deal with this hardcore contact sports, mixed martial arts. Target shooting for kids? Abangan si Daniel Jacinto sa Kid Power.
Okay, the first thing that you need to do when you get a car, of course, is you eventually want to buy tires. And it's the very equipment that brings you from point A to point B.
Ating pasyalan ang amazing sand dunes ng Pilipinas sa Paway, Ilocos Norte. Only here in Generation RX Plus. Live well, play well.
Good morning, friends! Today we explore high and low impact summer activities that you can indulge in. So join us for the next 30 minutes as we share with you loads of information that can serve as your guide to perfect health. This is your host, Dr. Cecil Katapang, and welcome to Generation RX.
In the Philippines, very common sports that people get into are, of course, number one is basketball, number two is football, then there's a lot of martial arts for kids, and nowadays, a lot of multisport. So multisport, which means running, cycling, and swimming. So termed multisport because they do it all in one go. So for short, triathlons. In basketball and football, the most common injuries are knee related. So if you make a wrong twist of the knee, or if if you push yourself too much, more than what your knee can take, usually you can get an injury in the knee. No? In martial arts, of course, the injury is more impact related. So it's usually when you get hit in the face, or if you get hit in the parts, in the limbs of the body. Or if, especially with the advent of mixed martial arts, it can actually sprain it, or some can even dislocate these limbs. So these are usually chronic injuries because sometimes a lot of us that go into the multisport are not yet accustomed, or they're not yet acclimatized to doing such a heavy activity, and they push themselves too soon or too early. Of course, safety precaution is very important in all sports, no? Whether it be team sports or individual sports, you have to practice a certain level of safety. In terms of the team sports, very important is the game warm-up, or stretching and doing the proper calisthenics before doing the actual game. This will prevent a lot of the injuries noted in the sport. In martial arts, of course, you have to know when enough is enough. A lot of people get injured because in terms of mixed martial arts, is they don't want to submit, or they don't want to tap out. If you're already locked and it already hurts, best is to tap out and tell your opponent that it's already enough. Okay, in terms of multisport, yun nga, they push themselves too much too soon. So you have to take into account proper training. So don't try to aspire for too much too soon. The biggest factor in the Philippines is the weather. So it's very hot, and a lot of athletes that get into summer sport that think that don't respect the weather usually end up dehydrated. So once they end up dehydrated, that's where all the problems start to come in. So really, the best way to avoid dehydration, especially in our very warm and humid weather, is to adequately hydrate ourselves during the summer. In the event of an injury, my advice is to don't self-medicate. Go see your sports doctor so he can adequately diagnose you and treat you properly. Thank you.
Thank you for joining us, and we hope that you were able to pick up some tips on how to keep yourselves fit. Thank you to Plantation Bay Resort and Spa, Krisha for my blouses, and Ever Belena for my makeup. As we always say, live healthy, travel light.